Good late evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your MW's Head of Title Relations, Michael Cole, along with my special guest, everybody's favorite color commentator, Dan Lambert. Please introduce yourself. Good sir. Hello, this is everybody's favorite color commentator, Dan Lambert, and today, me and Michael Cole are going to give you our MW's Revolution Go Home Show. So Fight for Glory, we will. Fight for Glory was a little pay-per-view we had, and the American Mercies, the series took out the Elite Regional Doctors, the Sons of Chaos, the unnever bench, and the Dark Carnival, and what a tag team street fight elimination match it was. But first, me and Michael Cole break down the Revolution Impact match card. Take it away, Mr. MW's Head of Title Relations. Thank you, Dan Lambert. Tonight's show, Revolution Impact, aka Fight for Glory, was held at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, as me and Dan Lambert welcome the fans to the State Farm Arena and break down the match card. Kind of mentioned it is a go-home show before Halloween Horrors, and there was a little pay-per-view added tonight called Fight for Glory. And then we go out and plug the first match. And the very first match was Vinnie Joe and Tony Jr. II taking on former MWS Tag Team Champions Lion King X and JJ with Don Callis in their corner. This was a good back and forth match. I mean, Lion King X and JJ did their best to win, but in the end, it was Vinnie Joe and Tony Jr. II coming back strong, giving them double power bombs, spine busters, sharpshooters, slamming their heads and out front turnbuckles, and Vinnie Joe delivered a devastating choke slam and spinning powerbomb to both Tony Jr. to both Lion King X and JJ, and Tony Jr. the second delivered a 360 frog smash, and Junior Bondman then got the pin for 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, Vinnie Joe and Tony Jr. II via pinfall with choke slam and spinning powerbomb, 360 frog splash, and Judah Bottom as this match lasted 10 minutes. That's right, 10 minutes. What'd you think about this match, Mr. Dan Lambert? Oh, Michael Cole, this was indeed a good back and forth match. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I am very impressed with the wrestling technique of Vinnie Joe and Tony Jr. II. Even though that Vinnie Joe wants to be a manager, he is just definitely proving with how much of a wrestler he could be, and rightfully so. In my opinion, I definitely see tag team title push for either Vinnie Joe and Tony Jr. II or Johnny Da Vinci and Tony Jr. II. But that'll be up to Vinnie Joe to decide what he wants. Anyway, and then after the match, we come up with a segment. And the segment was the Chucky, Talking with Chucky the Killer Doll. Chucky the Killer Doll's new talk show, where it's kind of like one of those daily talk shows. But yeah, so Chucky the Killer Doll came out. So before Chucky the Killer Doll came out, there was a ring crew setting up equipment in the middle of the ring, such as a couch and a microphone. And out came Chucky the Killer Doll. And then he explained to the Atlanta, Georgia crowd what his new talk show is about. And he then introduced the NWS Avengers. That's right. 46th President Joe Biden, 49th Vice President Kamala Harris, and the manager Don Callis, along with the former NWS Tag Team Champions Lion King X and JJ. And then Chucky then announced he is the newest member of the NWS Avengers. And Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Don Callis, and Lion King X and JJ welcomed him with open arms as they shook hands and embraced, and Chucky signed his name on the NWS Avengers dotted line. And so then Chucky the Killer Doll had a sit-down interview with the NWS Avengers as he interviews Lion King X and JJ, saying that he feels bad they lost the NWS Tag Team titles, and the Lion King X and JJ said they will do everything in their power to get the NWS Tag Team titles back. And then they asked him about Michael Rappaport, and he says, and Joe Biden says he doesn't appreciate the American mercenaries holding Michael Rappaport hostage to further notice, and they will do everything in their power to get Michael Rappaport back from the American mercenaries. And the Vice President Kamala Harris, and then Chucky the Killer Doll asks Vice President Kamala Harris how he is looking forward to her beating Scott Casey Gill, also known as Scotty Badlands. Kamala Harris then thanks Chucky for asking that question. Says he's going to embarrass Scotty Badbones and make him her bitch. He says that Scotty Badbones is a dumbass, stupid Republican conservative, and he says he's going to be embarrassed in front of the Las Vegas crowd. He says that, and then Kamala Harris tells the fans to shut up and insults them, calls them a bunch of jabronis, a bunch of idiots and morons. And then Joe Biden starts talking and says how proud he is of his Vice President Kamala Harris. Joe Biden says he's looking forward to getting his Universal title back at Halloween Horrors, and he's going to do everything in his power to win. Joe Biden then insults the crowd, and Chucky insults the crowd, saying, and then Chucky also reveals himself that he was indeed the masked man in the NWS Avengers, and that Chucky the Killer Doll then reveals that him, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Michael Rappaport, Lion King X and JJ, and Don Callis have been planning this for a whole entire long time. So yes, Chucky the Killer Doll has officially turned heel and is now the newest member of the NWS Avengers. And Chucky also says he has an immunity contract, and stating that he can do whatever he wants without getting fined, without getting punished, and without being forced to compete. Yeah, so Chucky the Killer Doll means that he can do whatever he wants and get away with it. You know, it's no surprise that Chucky the Killer Doll would join the NWS Avengers. Just like Dan Lambert never trusted Don Callis, I never trusted Chucky the Killer Doll. Chucky the Killer Doll is all about money. He's all about fortune and fame because he's a horror movie icon and from the Child's Play franchise, and he has his own show on the USA Network. Chucky says that what a great year this is for him, and he says that. And he thanks the audience for watching his new talk show. And then Chucky goes on and insults the fans as him and the NWS Avengers go to the back. Wow. Like I said, I never trusted Chucky the Killer Doll. Now that he has an immunity contract stating he can do whatever he wants and without getting reprimanded and fined, without getting punished, I think Scotty Badbones and General Manager and NWS World Heavyweight Champion Cody Bursa might have something to say about that. What do you think, Michael Cole? Oh, without a doubt, Scotty Badbones. Oh, without a doubt, Dan Lambert, Scotty Badbones and Cody Mercer will have something to say about Chucky being the newest member of the NWS Avengers and Chucky having an immunity contract stating he can do whatever he wants without getting reprimanded and fined, without getting punished. But then again, it's no surprise that Chucky the Killer Doll would join the NWS Avengers because apparently, according to him, Joe Biden and the NWS Avengers made Chucky an offer he couldn't refuse, and it shows how paid him a lot of money. But anyway, Anyway, I'm not surprised. And as we plugged them in, and speaking of, we went to the office of Scott Kisiga, also known as Scotty Badbones, General Manager, World Heavyweight Champion, and Legend Champion Cody Mercer, co-owner Donald Trump, NWS head of creative Triple H, and NWS COO Chief Operating Officer Shane McMahon. And they said how disgusted they are with Chucky's actions, and they can't believe that Chucky would join the MWS Avengers. And then Cody and Scotty Badman and Cody Mercer says they never trusted Chucky to kill the Dow in the first place. And they're not surprised that the MWS Avengers would get him. And then Scotty Badman and Cody Mercer says Chucky can keep his immunity contract all he wants. Chucky can go ahead and yeah, so Cody Mercer and Scotty Badman say that Chucky the Killer Dog can keep his immunity contract as long as he wants, meaning stating that he can get he can go ahead and do anything he wants without getting reprimanded, fined, and punished. And then Cody Mercer says even though that Chucky cannot get reprimanded and fined and punished, that doesn't stop him from competing in the ring. However, and then Chucky the Killer Dow then enters the office of Scotty Badman and Cody Mercer says, "Wrong again. Read the fine print on the contract." So Cody Mercer and Scotty Badbones read the fine print on Chucky's immunity contract, and they're not happy with what they see. And then Cody Mercer says, "Really, Chucky? Really? You're gonna pull this shit on me? I don't think so. You may go ahead and keep your immunity contract as long as you want, but one of these days, it's gonna backfire because." And then Cody Mercer says that he and Scotty Badbones will do everything in the power to fight Chucky the Killer Dog's immunity contract and find a way to punish him whether he likes it or not. Cody Mercer then says, "You may have gotten away with this time, Chucky, but next time you won't be so lucky." Scotty Badbones says he can take his immunity contract and shove it up his ass. He wishes he can do something about it, but he can't. But he's going to do everything in his power to find a way to punish Chucky whenever he feels that it's necessary, even if he has to fight him in court. So once again, Chucky's getting away with what he did, but don't worry. I think that immunity contract of Chucky is going to come back at him. As the next match was, as me and Dan Lambert mentioned it on commentary, and make note of it, and then plug the second match, which was Mitchell Mayette with William Regal in his corner takes on AEW's Darby Allin with Sting in his corner. This was a good back and forth match. I mean, Darby Allin did tremendous wrestling moves. Mitchell Mayette did tremendous wrestling moves, back and forth. Lots of trading fists. I mean, body slams, scoop slams, uppercuts were in this match. Uppercuts were in this match. I mean, this match was. I mean, this match was insane. And then there was a couple points in the match where and there was a couple points in this match where Darby Allin hit Mitchell Mayette with the second. There was a couple points in the match where Darby Allin, Darby Allin, Darby Allin hit Mitchell Mayette with a couple of his signature moves, such as a crucifix driver, sometimes from the top rope, a front drop kick, a Fujiwara armbar, leg trap, sunset flip powerbomb, an Okada springboard arm drag, springboard backsplash, springboard moonsault, standing diamond dust, and a suicide dive. He went to pin him. Mitchell Mayette kicked out at 2.5, and then Darby Allin delivered the last supper coffin jump. Went to pin him, came very close to winning, but somehow, someway, Mitchell Mayette had his foot on the rope, and he fought Darby Allin off as he slammed his head out for Chuck. As he slammed his head out for John Buckles, gave him a scoop slam and a missile drop kick and a DDT and an Irish whip. And then he delivered a jackknife powerbomb to Darby Allin and finished him off with the victory start drop and pinned Darby Allin. 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, Mitchell Mayette. via pinfall with jackknife powerbomb and victory star drop as this match lasted 16 minutes and 45 seconds. And this was definitely a crazy back and forth match. Both Mitchell Mayette and Darby Allin looked good in this match. And after the match, Mitchell Mayette and Darby Allin shook hands, along with William Regal and Sting. Wow. Hopefully we see more of Darby Allin Handy and Devil's Revolution, as well as Sting. But yeah, I like this match. And then the next match was for the NWS Tag Team titles, as Devin the Demon and Legion, accompanied by Paul Heyman, defended the tag team titles against Queen Xavier Reed and The Broker, who were accompanied by William Regal. Take it away, Dan Lambert. Thank you, Michael Cole. I mean, yes, the next match was for the NWS Tag Team Championships, as Devin the Demon and Legion defended their tag team titles against Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker. And this was a good back and forth tag team title match. I mean, both tag teams looked strong. Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker were dominating Devin the Demon and Legion until they came back and fought Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker off, and they hit him with a double underhook and all these great tag team finishes. I mean, Queen Xavier Reed delivered an uppercut as the Broker delivered a double arm DDT to Devin the Demon and Devin the Demon and Legion, and then Devin the Demon and Legion came back. Devin the Demon delivered a chokeslam to both Queen Xavier Reed, and the Broker went to pin Queen Xavier Reed, but the Broker then ended up breaking the hold as he hit Devin the Demon and Legion with an aided brainbuster, then an aided butterfly DDT, and an aided leaping body for guillotine. And then Devin the Demon and Legion came back and hit an aided neck break, an aided whiplash, an aided wheelbarrow facebuster, an aided pile drive, an aided powerbomb to both Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker. And then out of nowhere, Queen Xavier Reed delivers the Queen's dive to both Devin the Demon and Legion, and the Broker drops them with the no laughing matter, goes to pin him, but somehow, some way, Devin the Demon, and Legion had the foot on the rope, and then Devin the Demon delivered a choke slam to both Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker, and then delivered a tombstone power driver to both Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker, and then Legion hit both Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker with the last wide and tombstone pile driver and locked him in the crystal leg of fire. But Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker refused to submit, and then all of a sudden, Legion delivered a leaping tombstone pile driver. Then the Ravens Hollow, and it locked him in the crystal leg of fire. But that would not. But again, Queen Xavier Reed and the Broker wouldn't stay down as they delivered a devastating tombstone pile driver to both the NWS Tag Team Champions, Devin the Demon and Legion, and then delivered another tombstone pile driver off the top rope and in the middle ring to both of them, and came very close to capturing the NWS Tag Team Championships until returning former NWS Tag Team Champions Zed and Zantos made their triumphant return and took out both Devin the Demon and Legion And Queen Xavier Reed and the Bloker was standing tall. They got Zed and Santos got in the mic and said, sorry for winning this match, but they want what's rightfully theirs, and they want a rematch for the MWS Tag Team titles. They don't care what it is. I mean, whether it's this Sunday, whether it's next week, they want the match, they want their rematch, and they want their rematch now. So then out came Scotty Bad Bones, Cody Mercer, and Donald Trump, and they said they want their rematch at the for the MWS Tag Team titles. They got it. So Cody Mercer and Scotty Bad Bones and Donald Trump then announced that at Halloween Horrors, it will be the Dem the Demon and Legion defend the MWS Tag Team Championships against Zed and Santos in a rematch. So yes, this coming Sunday on Halloween Horrors, as announced by Donald Trump, Cody Mercer, and Scotty Bad Bones, it will be Devil the Demon and Legion defend the MWS Tag Team titles against Zed and Santos. So this should be a hell of a match. So this should be one hell of a match, and I'm looking forward to it. And may the best team win. And the next match was Johnny Da Vinci taking on the phenomenal one AJ Styles. Take it away, Michael Cole. Thank you, Dan Lambert. The next match was indeed Johnny Da Vinci taking on the phenomenal one AJ Styles. This was a really good match as Johnny Da Vinci wasted no time taking down the phenomenal one AJ Styles, giving him a spinning heel kick and a sidewalk slam, and a leg dive until AJ Styles then fought Johnny Da Vinci off, and he speared him down and hit him with a DDT. And then AJ Styles then continued to pound away on Johnny Da Vinci and then AJ Styles and hit Johnny Da Vinci with a bunch of his signature moves, such as the Bloody Sunday, the Brainbuster, the Discus Clothesline, Diving Knee Drop, Yushikawashi, Fireman's Carry Facebuster, Frankensteiner, Hollow Point, and the multiple DDT variations, and the multiple kick variations, and the multiple suplex variations, and then knocked him in the Muda Lock and hit him with a phenomenal bench, a Whack Bomb, Shooting Star Press, Spine Breaker, and Styling Crab. One defender, but somehow, someway, Johnny Da Vinci kicked out at 2.5. And then AJ Styles then delivered a frog splash, a flying armbar, and unlocked Johnny Da Vinci in the figure 4 leg lock. But Johnny Da Vinci would not submit. He refused to submit. And then AJ Styles then hit a spinal tap and Superman and a calf crusher, and it still would not keep Johnny Da Vinci down. And then AJ Styles delivered the phenomenal forearm and Styles clutch. What dependent, but somehow, someway, Johnny Da Vinci got a shoulder up. And then Johnny Da Vinci then comes back in a big, huge way as he body slams AJ Styles. And sorry about that. You don't need that. As he body slams AJ Styles, and then hits him with a whiplash and a back body drop, and then a leg drop and a flying elbow, and then a fallaway slam, and then a running knee, and then he slams AJ Styles heading out for turnbuckles, chops him in the chest. And while me and Dan Lambert are calling this match, I'm commentating. And then he delivers another running knee drop, and then a back body drop, and then in the end, Johnny Da Vinci drops the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, with the death sentence and pins him 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, Johnny Da Vinci via pinfall with his finisher, the death sentence, as this match lasted 13 minutes and 24 seconds. And after the match, Johnny Da Vinci and AJ Styles shook hands as a sign of respect and embraced as well. Yeah, by the way, yes, Johnny Da Vinci's finisher is the death sentence. That's right, the death sentence. And this is a good match. This is a good back and forth match. And then Psycho Mercer was shown warming up for his title defense against Samoa Joe. As he is getting ready, and before Psycho Mercer goes out, Michael Cole, go backstage and interview Psycho Mercer and ask him a few questions. Psycho Mercer says he has a whole lot of respect for Samoa Joe, but he's gonna walk out still the MWS event, the MWS Universal Champion. No offense or disrespect to Samoa Joe. And then so out comes Samoa Joe first, and then Psycho Mercer as they square off back and forth. Psycho Mercer takes down Samoa Joe, and gives him a spear and a jackhammer. And then Samoa Joe then comes back and delivers a chop to the back of Psycho Mercer, then an inverted atomic drop, followed by a running single leg drop, and finished with a running sentence, and then multiple backhand chops, multiple stiff kicks, multiple suplex variations such as belly to belly, exploder, and German. And then they Ode kick, and then a power bomb, Boston Crab, Samoan drop, snap scoop power slam, crucifix armbar, sidewalk slam, sit down Yowanage, ST Joe snap suplex as he then hits an island driver and a Chamara Plex, CCS Enziguri, Yowanage, muscle buster, goes to pin him, but Psycho Mercer kicks out at 2.5. And then he locks him in the coquina clutch. But Psycho Mercer refuses to submit as he fights Samoa Joe off. And as he fights Samoa Joe off, Psycho Mercer then gives an arm breaker, an arm drag, an arm ringer, an atomic drop, and back body drop, and bioflow, and brainbuster to Samoa Joe. And then he gives him a couple good professional wrestling flows, such as a Japanese arm drag, over the shoulder arm drag, twist arm drag, wheelbarrow arm ringer, and then a bulldog, and then an uppercut, and then a fireman's carry elbow fluorescent, and a fireman's carry headlock elbow drop, and an Olympic slam, and then a flapjack, and a pop up full Nelson slam, gorilla press dropping, gorilla press slam, and then a gut buster. And then he delivers a gut buster to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe fights back, but it's not enough to keep the Psycho one down. As Psycho Mercer then delivers a Psycho Stunner to AJ Styles, and it knocks him in the coquina clutch of his own, but to Samoa Joe, but I should say, and then Samoa Joe does not submit. Then he locks Psycho Mercer in the coquina clutch, but again, Psycho Mercer refuses to submit. And then out of nowhere, he delivers a Psycho Starter, a Psycho Powerbomb, and finishes him off with a Psycho Buster, pins him 1, 2, 3, winner, and still MWS Universal Champion Psycho Buster. And this was a good back and forth match between Psycho Buster and Samoa Joe. They shook hands as a sign of respect. And next was one of the co-main events. Yes, I like this. This is a good main event. What do you think of this match between Psycho Moose and Samoa Joe, Dan Lambert? Oh, Michael Cole, it was indeed a very good match. Both of them looked very good. I mean, it's good to see Samoa Joe backhand the MWS Revolution. And like I said, Psycho Mercer is doing wonders to that Universal Championship. As I said many times before, as Michael Cole has said, and as Joe Gaudy has said, he's definitely bringing respect, prestige back to this Universal Championship and making it as relevant as he can. And so the next match was for the MWS World Heavyweight title as MWS General Manager and Champion, being in World Heavyweight Champion Cody Mercer defended his World Heavyweight title against AEW's Sammy Guevara. The match is underway. There's a referee in the ring and a Cody Mercer and Sammy Guevara shake hands as a sign of respect as Cody Mercer wastes no time as he drops Sammy Guevara on his head as he stomps the moto and Sammy Guevara drops him on those stack of diamonds. He covers his neck, opens a can of whippers in him, and then gives some bench presses. But then out of nowhere, Sammy Guevara fights back with his signature moves, such as the back suplex, transition into a falling DDT, standing shooting star press, feint diving moonsault, followed by a feint standing moonsault, then transitions into a standing running shooting star press over the top rope moonsault planker, middle finger taunt, inverted Frankenstein, standing Spanish fly, springboard shooting star planker, a crossface, and then delivers a modified 650 Saturn and a shooting star press and a GTH, which means go to hell, go to hospital. It's an Argentine backbreaker transition to Anita. Goes to pin, but somehow, someway, Psycho Mercer gets a shoulder up. And Psycho Mercer spine busters Sammy Cody Mercer, I should say. My bad. Cody Mercer. Sorry for the botch. Cody Mercer then fights Sammy Guevara off. Cody Mercer then delivers more bench presses to Sammy Guevara and elbow drops and elbow strikes and delivers a flying elbow from the top turnbuckle. Goes to pin, but Sammy Guevara kicks out at 2.5. Cody Mercer and Sammy Guevara are fighting back and forth, trading blows, wrestling move after move, submission after submission. Sammy Guevara delivers another 630 Senton and another GTH, go to hell. But somehow, someway, Cody Mercer keeps getting his shoulder up. And then Sammy Guevara attempts another GTH and shoot, but Cody Mercer blocks it. And out of nowhere delivers the Mercer Stunner. And then after that, he locks Sammy Guevara in the sharpshooter, but Sammy Guevara refuses to submit, and Sammy Guevara delivers a shooting star press. But somehow, someway, Cody Mercer keeps kicking out, and Sammy Guevara is about to deliver another GTH. Cody Mercer blocks and delivers a Mercer Stunner, Tombstone Pile Driver, and then delivers the Mercer Footprint, pins Sammy Guevara 1-2-3 winner, and still MWS World Heavyweight Champion being Cody Mercer via pinfall with Mercer Stunner, Tombstone Pile Driver, and Mercer Footprint as this match lasted 20 minutes and 33 seconds. And this was a really good match. Cody Mercer just is doing wonders at that World Heavyweight Championship. After 8 long years, he is finally the World Heavyweight Champion and he's getting the respect. He is finally ladies, after all these years, people saying that Cody Mercer can never win the big one, can never keep up. He is proving the naysayers wrong every time he defends his world heavyweight title. And I know that I think Cody Mercer is still going to be the world heavyweight champion after this Sunday. They at Revolution Halloween Horrors. And now it's time for the bonus match, the Fight for Glory match, which was announced earlier. It was the Elite Reach the Doctors versus the Sons of Chaos versus the American Mercenaries versus the MWS Avengers versus the Dark Carnival and a tag team elimination street fight match. So the Elite Reach the Doctors were the Mercers, Cody Mercer and Psycho Mercer, I believe, and the Sons of Chaos team members were Scotty Bad Bones and Sir Rob Knight II. The American Mercenaries were Tony Jr. II and Johnny Da Vinci. The MWS Avengers, it was Lion King X and JJ. And the Dark Carnival was Mitchell Mayette and Kenny Omega. Oh, and it was Mitchell Mayette and the Bloker? Well, Mitchell Mayette was going to pick the Bloker, but it wasn't the Bloker. It was Mitchell Mayette and Brian Danielson. Yes. Brian Danielson and Mitchell Mayette teamed up. So this tag team street fight elimination match got underway as all the teams are beating the holy hell out of each other. The Elite Reach of Doctors would dominate the Sons of Chaos, American Mercenaries, MWS Adventures, Dark Carnival, and the Dark Carnival came back in a very, very big way as they started pounding away on the Elite Reach of Doctors, Sons of Chaos, American Mercenaries, MWS Adventures, and then Lion King X and our tag teams decided to do a devastating powerbomb to both MWS Avengers members, Lion King X and JJ, and then they powerbombed them through a table, and then they tossed them out of the ring, eliminating the MWS Avengers. And then the American Mercenaries were just destroying and dominating the MWS Avengers, and the Dark Carnival out of nowhere somehow, some way eliminated the Elite Reaches of Doctors. And then they eliminated the Sons of Chaos. And then it was down to the American Mercenaries and MWS Avengers and Dark Carnival. And then the American Mercenaries, out of nowhere, eliminated. The Dark Carnival tried their best to eliminate the American Mercenaries, but they just couldn't. And the MWS Avengers and tried to interfere, but got their asses handed to them as the Dark Carnival and American Mercenaries then once again they delivered a powerbomb to Lion King X and JJ, and the Elite Reach of Doctors. There's help the Sons of Chaos and American Mercenaries with the Dark Carnival all eliminated the MWS Avengers and tossed them out of the ring. And now it's down to the Dark Carnival and the American Mercenaries and the Sons of Chaos. And then once again, and the Dark Carnival eliminates the Sons of Chaos. And now it's down to the American Mercenaries and Dark Carnival. And in the end, the American Mercenaries and eliminate the Dark Carnival. Well, but before they do that, Johnny Da Vinci then drops the Mitchell Mayette and Brian Danielson with the death sentence, and Tony Jr. II delivers a chokeslam, spinning powerbomb, 360 spark splash, and Junior bomb to Dark Carnival, pins them 1, 2, 3, and then eliminates him. But somehow, some way, Cody Mercer wants this tag team elimination match to continue. So then somehow the minors didn't. Somehow the minors did not show up for this match. We don't know why, but the minors did not show up as they were originally scheduled to be here tonight, but somehow they weren't. We don't know what happened, but anyway, Cody Mercer says he wants this match to continue. So because the MWS. So because the American Mercenaries said they wanted to get their hands on the MWS Adventures, so then out come Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because Mercy says, "Oh no, this match isn't over yet." So then after eliminating after the American Mercenaries eliminated Lion King X and JJ in the Dark Carnival, it was Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Don Callis who came out. That's right. So it was 2 against 3. So just when the MWS Avengers thought they had it easy. No. Tony Jr. II and John DaVinci surprised them and just wasted away on Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden and Don Callis as Vinny Joe II delivered a chokeslam spinning powerbomb 360 frog splash and Judah bomb to Don Callis. And then Johnny DaVinci drops Don Callis with the death sentence and pins him 1, 2, 3, eliminating him. And then Johnny DaVinci delivers a death sentence to Vice President Kamala Harris as Tony Jr. II delivers a chokeslam and spinning powerbomb 360 frog splash and Judah bottom to Kamala Harris, pins her 1, 2, 3, and eliminates her. And now it's time to Joe Biden as Joe Biden slaps Vinny Joe. He's not even in this match, but Vinny Joe doesn't take it too kindly. So Vinny Joe says, "Oh no, you're not going to do that to me." So Vinny Joe then hits a chokeslam and spinning powerbomb 360 frog splash. So Vinny Joe then hits a chokeslam and spinning powerbomb to Joe Biden, and then allows Tony Jr. II to deliver 360 frog splash and tuna bomb to Joe Biden as John DaVinci drops Joe Biden with the death sentence, and they get the pinfall on Joe Biden, eliminating him from the match. Winner of the match via pinfall, the American Mercenaries, Tony Jr. II and John DaVinci with 360 frog splash and tuna bomb and death sentence. This was a great match. This is a great name for a pay-per-view fight for glory, and the American Mercenaries got what they wanted. They got their hands on the MWS Avengers just like they said they did, and they did. What a surprise! You see, Cody Mercer and Scotty Badwoods, they come up with surprises. Just when you think a tag team match is going to be over, they want the match to continue. And rightfully so, because the fans wanted this match to continue. Just so the American Mercenaries can get their hands on President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris. So they got what they wanted. And congratulations to the American Mercenaries for being victorious in this match. And now it was the main event for Steel Cage match. It was the Steel Cage match, 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump versus 46th President of the United States. It's Joe Biden with Don Callis in his corner. The special guest referee for the Steel Cage match was Scott Casey Gale, also known as Scotty Badwoods, and the special guest enforcer was Vice President Kamala Harris. But before we plug the main event, me and Michael Cole went over the pay-per-view card, and we announced all the matches for the Halloween Horrors pay-per-view card, including which was just recently added. It was former MWS Tag Team Champions Zed and Santos taking on the MWS Tag Team Champions Devin the Demon and Legion, and the American Mercenaries will also be in a triple threat match. That's right. Vinny Joe II, Vinny Joe, Tony Jr. II, and John DaVinci will be in a triple, it will be in a 6-man tag team match. But who are the opponents going to be this coming Sunday, Halloween Horrors? They will announce that, but it's going to be, because wow, but the question is, who is Vinny Joe, the American Mercenaries, going to be taking on a 6-man tag team match at Halloween Horrors? We'll eventually find out. But anyway, after plugging the pay-per-view card, me and Michael Cole plugged the main event, which is the Steel Cage match. Take it away, Michael Cole. Thank you, Dan Lambert. Yes, the main event was a Steel Cage match. 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump versus 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden, with Don Callis in his corner. Special guest referee Scott Casey, also known as Scotty Bad Bones. And special guest in front of Vice President Kamala Harris. The match started underway. The steel cage lowers. Out comes Joe Biden to tremendous boos from the Georgia crowd. And then out comes Donald Trump to huge cheers from the Georgia crowd. As this match gets underway, Donald Trump wastes no time beating the holy hell out of Joe Biden as he slams his head on out for a chart because chops him in the chest, gives him a low blow, and then tosses him face first into the steel cage. Wow, busting him wide open. Donald Trump smears the blood all over Joe Biden's face. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kamala Harris low blows Donald Trump, allowing Joe Biden to take advantage. Joe Biden gets a steel chair, hits Donald Trump on the head with it, and then hits him across the back, gets brass knuckles, and pounds away on Donald J. Trump with the brass knuckles, busting him wide open. Joe Biden gets a candlestick and a single cane and just whacks Donald Trump with it. And then all of a sudden, then Joe Biden delivers a Biden kick and BKO to Scotty Bad Bones, allowing Kamala Harris to take Scotty Bad Bones out. So then, as Joe Biden is pounding away on Donald Trump, somehow, someway, Donald Trump fights back. And Donald Trump takes that very same steel chair and hits Joe Biden across the back with multiple times, and then hits him on the head, and gets brass knuckles of his own. And then Donald Trump starts pounding away on Joe Biden, busting him open even more. And he hits Joe Biden with the kitchen sink. He then low blows Joe Biden as payback, and he takes a steel cage, and then Joe Biden and Donald Trump fight at the top of the cage, and both of them go crashing through a table in the middle of the steel cage ring, as both of them are out for 10 minutes. But somehow, someway, Donald Trump and Joe Biden want this match to continue. Scotty Bad Bones slowly gets up, and then all of a sudden, Chucky, out of nowhere, who was hiding underneath the ring, low blows Scotty Bad Bones, and then power bombs him through a glass table, knocking him out. And then Chucky, the killer doll, quickly exits the steel cage to avoid getting attacked. And he joins us for commentary. And then we ask Chucky, why did he do that? Chucky then says, it states in his immunity contract, he can do whatever he wants. Oh boy, of course, it's stated in Chucky's immunity contract. And then Joe Biden and Donald Trump are just trading blows after blows. Donald Trump is dominating Joe Biden, hits him with a DDT, and then delivers a missile drop kick, and delivers a power bomb, goes to pin him, but Kamala Harris refuses to count. So then Donald Trump gets in Kamala Harris's face. Kamala Harris slaps Donald Trump, and then out of nowhere, Donald Trump KOs Kamala Harris, knocking her out, and then slowly helps Scotty Bad Bones up. Scotty Bad Bones then Donald Trump then dumps water over Scotty Bad Bones to help him regain his consciousness, and then Scotty Bad Bones then tosses Kamala Harris out of the steel cage, taking her out for the rest of the night. So now it's down to Donald Trump and Joe Biden as they continue to fight back and forth with wrestling move after wrestling move, submission after submission, and then weapon after the weapon. And then Donald Trump is then whacking Joe Biden with a belt and strangling him with the belt. And then Joe Biden, out of nowhere, low blows Donald Trump and tosses him face first into the steel cage, and slams the steel cage door on Donald Trump's face, just when he thinks he had. And he Biden kicks Donald Trump and gives him a BKO. And he goes to pin him, but that will not keep Donald Trump down, as Donald Trump gets his shoulder up. Donald Trump and Joe Biden continue to fight out over the steel cage, and both Donald Trump and Joe Biden climb all the way to the top of steel cage as Donald Trump delivers a devastating last white power bomb to Joe Biden off the top of the cage, and Joe Biden goes crashing through three flaming tables. He is laying out unconscious, and then Donald Trump delivers one of the most devastating leap of faith onto Joe Biden and pins him 1, 2, 3. Win of the match, 45th President Donald J. Trump via pinfall with leap of faith as this match lasted 25 minutes and 55 seconds. Wow. Wow. What a crazy match this was. What a crazy match. I mean, Donald Trump has beat the holy hell out of Joe Biden, and he is victorious no matter how hard Joe Biden tried to screw Donald Trump. That plan backfired. What a main event. Wow. What do you think about the steel cage match between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Dan Lambert? This was one hell of a steel cage match. I enjoyed the back and forth, and I loved every single minute of it. Congratulations to Donald Trump for once again defeating Joe Biden, this time in a steel cage match. This Sunday is Halloween Horrors. I mean, Scotty Badbuds is expected to cut a promo sometime this weekend. He's either tomorrow or on the weekend, and he's going to cut a hype promo on Kamala Harris. This was a, this was a good name for a mini pay-per-view titled Fight for Glory, and that was just true meaning because everybody definitely fought for glory on this special night. As I said, this Sunday is the Howling Horse pay-per-view show. So, me and Michael Cole will be calling the matches. Anyway, thank you all for watching. You all have a good day, and you all stay classy. Michael Cole? Yes, this was a good Revolution Impact. Five stars. That's 5 stars, 10 out of 10, and an 8 and an 8 triple plus and 2 thumbs up, way up. Thank you for watching. Y'all stay classy. Y'all have a good night, and we will see you. And me and Dan Lambert will see you on. Me and Dan Lambert will see you all when we do commentary for Endeavor's Revolution Halloween Horrors pay-per-view. Thank you all for watching. Good night, everybody.